Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do a really fun video, and so we are actually at Publix right now. I'm going to go through with you grocery store ingredients that you want to avoid at the grocery store and grocery store ingredients that you want to look for at the grocery store. So that just means like looking at the labels and everything. And then like another big tip that I have for you at the grocery store is to always stay on the outer edge as much as possible. So get most of your food in the produce and in the outer section, but then obviously you go inside the aisles for things like beans and grains and whatnot. But today we will be mostly inside the aisles because I kind of want to show you how much companies can put into processed foods, just a lot of extra things that you really don't need in there at all. So this video is going to be super fun. So let's go ahead and head in the grocery store and I'll show you what to look for. So the first thing is cereals. So this is a really good brand for cereals. This is Cascadian Farm, and you can usually find them at any grocery store. So this is Honey Nut Cheerios. And so if you come here and look at the ingredients right here, so you can see that the Cascadian Farm, they use molasses, whereas Honey Nut Cheerios use brown sugar. And then you can also see right here that this is the only list of ingredients, whereas if you come here with the Honey Nut Cheerios, they have all of this added vitamins and minerals right here, and things like vitamin A palmate, those are all synthetic vitamins, and they can also come with a list of other issues and stuff. So you really just want to go as natural as you can and have the least amount of ingredients as possible. We're going to do granola bars, and these are a really popular thing for people to buy for children just because they're so easy to grab and go. But nowadays there's so many healthy options that you can also grab. So the Greenwise brand at Publix is a really good brand. A lot of their stuff is really safe. So if you come and look at the ingredients on the Greenwise brand, you can see that a lot of the ingredients are whole foods and you can pronounce the names. Whereas if you come here to the Chewy bar, you can see all of these added ingredients. Some of them they're even hard to pronounce. You have calcium carbonate, invert sugar, I can't even say that, tartic acid, monoglycerides, just a lot of this stuff. And then natural flavor is also something that you really want to watch out for, because natural flavor does not mean that it's made from natural sources. It just means that they can mimic a natural flavor. So it's really something that you want to avoid if possible. So definitely look out for something like this that's just a better option. Marinara sauce is something that's really popular, and we always have it at least like twice a week. So this is the Classico brand, and then this is another brand that I really love, Vero Gusto. And so the Classico brand right here, you can see it just has a ton of added stuff that you really don't need. Different oils and stuff. Once again, the natural flavors, you have soybean oil and everything. Whereas if you come here to this Vero Gusto brand and you look at the ingredients, it's very, very simple, where it just has spices and the tomato pulp. So that's really what you want to look for. Which another option is just getting plain tomato sauce, where the only ingredients are strained tomatoes, and then adding your own spices. So that is also another really good option. Okay, so canned food is another big thing that they tend to add a lot of ingredients that are not needed at all. So if you come here, these are Bush's chickpeas right here, and if you come back here, these are all of the ingredients in here. So you have calcium chloride, disodium, EDTA, I don't even know what that is, but just a lot of stuff you don't need. Whereas if you come here to this Greenwise brand, the only ingredients in here are garbanzo beans, water, and sea salt. So the most that should be in your cans is just water and sea salt. You shouldn't have anything other than that, and that is really it. Okay, so once again, canned foods are something that they always tend to add more ingredients. So this is Amy's brands of soup. She has really, really good brands, and they have really good ingredients. So if you look back here, all of the ingredients are whole foods that you know. So you have onions, green beans, balsamic vinegar, black pepper, spices, bay leaves. Those are all things that you want to look for in a can. Whereas if you come here to this Progresso, a lot of these soups can look healthy. So this is beef and vegetable. But then if you come here, this is the whole list of ingredients, which is so unneeded. So you have all these things in here: potassium chloride, yeast extract, natural flavor, once again, caramel color, beef fat, beef extract, another calcium chloride, citric acid, flavoring. So just a lot of things that you really don't need and that you really should be looking out for whenever you do buy things like canned food. So peanut butter is always a staple in my house. I absolutely love it. So this is the Greenwise brand of peanut butter, and this is Jiffy, which is obviously like the most popular. So a lot of peanut butters have added ingredients. So the Jiffy right here, as you can see, it has added molasses, fully hydrogenated vegetable oil, mono and diglycerides, and salt. Whereas if you come to this Greenwise brand, the only ingredients in this is dry roasted peanuts and sea salt. So the only ingredients that should be in your peanut butter is at most peanut butter and salt. Other than that, it should only be peanuts. If you do eat dairy, especially yogurt, this is something that you also want to look for. So Greek yogurt is usually the one that I used to go for. And so if you look at the back of this Greenwise brand yogurt, the only thing in here is strained yogurt and then live active cultures. Whereas if you come here to this Dan and Light and Fit, you have this whole list of ingredients right here. So you have natural and artificial flavors, gelatin, sucralose, ton of other words that you can't pronounce, vitamin A palmate again, which once again I said is a synthetic vitamin that you really don't want to look for. Once again, it comes down just to having ingredients that you know and that you can pronounce, and that's going to be your safest bet out. The creamers are another big thing that have a lot of ingredients, and the most popular creamer of everybody is usually this Nestle, how do you say it, Nestle, whatever you call it. So these are both Italian sweet cream, and so these are actually the same brand, but one is better than the other. So this one right here, this Natural Bliss, if you come back, it only has non-fat milk, heavy cream, cane sugar, and natural flavor. Whereas if you come to this one and look, it has all of these added ingredients, which is a huge list of just unadded stuff that you need. So you have mono and diglycerides, dipotassium phosphate, natural and artificial flavor, cellulose gel, cellulose gum, keratin, cellulose, just a ton of stuff that you don't need. And then if you do non-dairy like me, this is personally the creamer that I use. So this is the sweet cream in the Natural Bliss, but it's just made with coconut milk. So those are also really good options. And then other good options if you also want dairy free, they also have a lot of these over here that are really good. So just make sure that you're looking at your ingredients and making sure that they're as simple as possible. Okay, so milks are a huge thing too, and so almond milk is really popular among non-dairy milks, and so this is the brand Elmhurst. They have really clean ingredients. So if you look at this, the only ingredient in this almond milk is water and almonds, which is how it should be. Whereas if you come here to this Almond Breeze Unsweetened Original, once again, it has calcium carbonate, sea salt, potassium citrate, sunflower lecithin, gums, again, natural flavor. There's the vitamin A palmate again, and other vitamins that you really just don't need. And also these almonds can be sprayed with different chemicals and things, so this is going to be your best bet, just making homemade non-dairy milks on your own. Okay guys, so I hope that you learned something from that video. I know whenever I've watched videos like that, it really helped me in the grocery store. And just know that if you go in a grocery store and you're sitting there looking at the ingredients on anything, don't worry about what other people are thinking, because I can promise you they're not thinking about you and what you're doing. Because I know that's something I used to get nervous about, is I would be looking at the ingredients and I was like, oh, somebody's looking at me and they think I'm weird or something. Don't worry about it.
You are weird.
But it's your health, so take control of it. Pay attention to what goes in your food, and just know that they try to sneak in a lot of stuff that is unneeded, and just get as wholesome as possible whenever you do get processed food things. But I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. That way you don't miss another video with me. And if you like this type of video, then let me know down in the comments below if you want like a part 2 to it, or if you want something else, just make a comment and I'll definitely get to it.